to look at Ode to Joy away from the piano first of all. I'm just going to give the music a quick scan and see what it's all about. We see that it's got 4 lines, and this is the end of the piece marked by the double bar line. It's written by Beethoven, and it's in the key of C. The next thing we're going to do is look at the notes that are used in this piece of music. So looking at this first measure, we can see that it starts on the 3rd space. So over here I'm going to draw that, and that's the note E. So here I'll write E. The next note is another E again, and then F and G. So those are all the different notes played in the first bar, and now we'll have a look at the second bar. Second bar repeats the G, comes down F, comes down E, and plays D. And then in the next bar, we've got these notes. One lower than D. In the second space, we have C, repeat, move back, up. And then in the final bar for this measure, we have E again, D, and D. All right, so that was the end of the first line of music. We're going to call this section A. Looking down here, the right hand begins to play, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to write the notes down, E, repeat, F, and G, and we're probably seeing a bit of a pattern here that we're using the same notes that we did for the left hand. So continuing on, we'll have G, F, E, D, and moving on, we now have C, C, D, E, and then the last measure we have D, C, C. So right here, this is different. These two green sections are different. We're going to use the notes D, C, C in the right hand, and in the left hand we use the notes E, D, D. So everything up until the last measure was the same. All right, this is helpful to notice. The next thing we're going to look at is the third line. And this one starts off with the notes D, D, E, C. This is the B section of your music. And I'll call this the B section because now D, D again, E, C. This part of the music is unique. It's different than the first section. And we have D, repeat, up a neighbor, down a skip. Then we have D up to F, so D again, skipping now up to F, and E, and then skipping down to C. Taking this up to here, and now we've got D skipping up to F again, and then E, and then down to D, and then we have C, D, and G. So these notes that I've just colored in black are the notes that we're going to use in this B section of the piece. And each measure in this section is unique. None of them are the same. This one starts off the same as this one, but they end differently. This one ends with a C, and this one ends with a D. So I know that I know all the notes now for the first 3 lines, and I've written them over here on the side. All right, the last section of the piece is the last line of the music, and we'll see here this E, E, F, G is here, E, E, F, G. So this is the same thing that we played on the first line. The next thing we have is the notes coming down here, G, F, E, D, and again, same as we played on the first line. Then we have third measure, C, C, D, E, same thing we had on the first line. And then the last line of this is D, C, C, which is the same notes that we played up here on the second line, but we're now playing them with the left hand. So we've got these 2 notes to finish the piece, the D and C, C. So as you can see up here, we haven't used any notes outside of the C position. So this piece is written in the key of C, and it would be a good idea to practice your C pentascale to get your fingers using those notes and to help keep your hand coordinated. So that's it for the notes. We've gone through all the notes in the piece, and we've found some patterns that will help us to play the piece through. And if I was to look at this, I would say that the hardest section is going to be this one. The reason that I would say it's going to be the hardest is because each of these measures has the most amount of unique material. All right, let's go ahead and look at the rhythm. So checking the rhythm in this piece, we see that it's written in 4/4 time, and music that's written in 4/4 time has 4 quarter notes in a measure. So 4/4 time, we will count this as 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can see this in the music, 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving along, scanning through the music here, I see quarter notes until the end of line 1, and then I see a half note. And I remember that a half note holds for 2 beats. Checking line 2, scanning along all quarter notes until the last note. Same rhythm pattern for line 3, and again, same rhythm pattern for line 4. If you want to write the counting in the music, you can do that. Just coming through here, you can write beats 1, 2, 3, 4 in your music throughout the piece. This is helpful if you are getting used to counting out loud while you're playing. And as we've noticed, the rhythm is the same through the whole piece. It begins with left hand, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continuing on the next line. Right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, last of all, we'll look at the fingering, and we've been given the first finger number for this piece, and we can go on and examine which fingers we'll use. We repeat the note here, so left hand's going to play 3 and 3 again. Then we go up a note. That brings us up to finger 2, and then up to finger 1. And that makes sense because if we look at our hand, if we're starting here on finger 3 and we go up the piano, we need to go up to finger 2. We go up the piano some more, we need to go up to finger 1. If we're playing this with the right hand, we would start on 3, as we are here on the second line, repeating the note 3, going up to 4 and up to 5. So here we're moving up the piano to finger 4 and up the piano again to finger 5. So continuing on with the left hand, we have a repeat, and then coming down, 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 down. Here we have a pentascale. Then we repeat finger 5, go up, up, repeat, down, and hold. So this is just a little bit of an uphill and then a back downhill. Moving on to finish the right hand, we're going to repeat G with 5, moving down, 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 down. This is a pentascale. We repeat finger 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and repeat. And again here we just have this little contour. Now this section here has a lot of changing finger patterns. So here we have 2 repeating, and then we go up a neighbor to the next finger, but then we have a little skip. We go from a line note to another line note, so we skip to finger 1. Then we have finger 2, this was only going up 1 note, and then we skip to finger 4. And it's been written here in the music for you, which is a nice little help. Then we move down to 3. These notes are neighbors from space to line. Then we jump again from 3 down to C with finger 1. From C, we move up a neighbor to D. Then we jump up again. This is a skip to 4. Then we go down a neighbor. And then we go down another neighbor, and then we go down another neighbor, and then up to 2. And then last of all, we play left hand finger 1. Now for the ending, we already played this much using the fingerings that we began with here at the beginning of the piece, and we just have to finish this part off here. So when we were playing this D, we were using finger 4, and then we're finishing with finger 5. So what you should do now is, using a tabletop, go through and practice the fingerings that you would use to play this piece. 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4. 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 5. So repeat that as many times as you need to play it without breaking your beat. This line might give you extra trouble, so practice it a few times. The last thing that we'll do is play it on the piano. And at first we'll go quite slowly, starting at the beginning and looking for patterns.